know, we're bound to find out that Phage is probably a corrupted version of Nikki, or what was left of Nikki, memory-wise, brainwave-wise. We're probably going to find that out. You know, because why would they hint at a father-daughter reunion having to wait? You know, unless that's of course Sally and her father, but I don't think so. So I think, in a sense, we're going to find out more about Phage and her possibly being a corrupted version of Nikki, or what's left of Nikki's brainwaves, in a future story down the line. I see that coming. I think we're also going to find out more things that were, that the door has been left open to interpretate and probably bring to the table and make reality. Like the flashback with, Uncle Chuck and Dr. Elodie both working on different projects. Chuck being on the roboticizer, Elodie doing the digitizer. Maybe we're going to get a side story. Maybe we'll get a story arc or something down the line after Worlds Unite that indicates that the original plans were to use the digitizer to download brainwaves, and that the roboticizer originally was going to allow people to possibly be roboticized temporarily, partially or fully, but allow them to get. But then the digitizer would allow them to download the personalities into that robotic form. Just saying, we might find that out in the near future in a story arc or maybe a single issue deal. We don't know. You see, just because something may feel like it copped out on you because of its Deus Ex Machina ending, or quick solution, quick fix, if you will, doesn't mean it's all bad. Now, I'm not trying to change anybody's mind here. I mean, if you feel it was, that's your opinion. You're entitled to it. But I'm just saying, don't always look at the negatives. Try to overlook those negatives, as small as they might be, and look at the positives. Look at the possibilities that could come, the doors that have been opened that will allow us to see more of these characters, more interactions, more story arcs maybe focused around them. Try to look at that and don't look at the negatives all the time. Because if you look at the negatives, it's going to be like you're always going to think something's not going to be good when it might be. It's like today's WrestleMania. Everybody looks at WrestleMania today as possibly being one of the most worst WrestleManias of all, but you got to look at the positive, and the positive could be that it could surprise you, that there could be some good in it, and it, like I said, it could surprise you and be better than you think. I'm just saying. So, again, though, I think honestly, everybody has a right to their opinion, and like I said, I'm not trying to change anybody's mind. But when you think about it, when you honest to God think about it, you should look more at the positives, look at the possibilities, the doors that have been opened to those possibilities and opportunities to see these characters again, and the interaction between them, and don't look so much at the negatives. Yes, I admit sometimes doing a quick fix, if you will, or Deus Ex Machina or cop out is not the best way to go. But you know what? You gotta look at it from this way. You gotta look at it this way. A majority of the story may have been good. That's the only little negative there was. But you know what? That positive that the majority of the story was outshines that negative. And you know what? In my honest opinion, I don't think that was a negative at all. I like the idea, as I mentioned just earlier, that that's basically indicating to me that we're going to end up getting probably super forms for the non-game characters as well down the line. So, but again, those are just some Sonic topics off the top of my head and that are on my mind. And let me know what you guys think. If you agree with any that I've talked about, what are your thoughts on them? And all, what are your thoughts on the possible declining, as some people might say, of the quality and story arcs and writing and character development and stuff of the book? What are your thoughts on the possibility of super forms coming for the non-game characters, maybe even characters like Amy, Cream, and Big? And what are your thoughts on people not giving, that have the right to, feel how they feel and maybe not want to look at something anymore, whatever. But what are your thoughts on them not looking at the positive and mostly looking at that negative when they should look at that positive and kind of reconsider, the thoughts on it? Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. I'll talk to you all later.